radio. I speak it though. What's on your mind? It's deep though. I speak it though. We on the air. Just take it there. I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
What's going on, everyone? We back here live here on the OT radio show for 2022. Hey, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm glad to see y'all here. I'm glad to see y'all doing well. And we got our first show for this year, 2022. And man, I'm happy just to be back. I'm happy to be back. So guess what, y'all? First interview for 2022, I'm going all the way to Canada. Like I always say, Canada is like my second, third, fourth home. Going all the way to Canada. I got my man Griff Galexxzee going to be joining your boy here on the show. And man, he going to be dropping his album, his song, Facts Over Feelings. We're going to get into that. You know what I mean? Griffin, he been a Grammy ballot 4 times, best rapper, best rap song, best collabo. You know, he been collabo with Drake. He did a feature alongside Jay-Z, T.I., Rihanna. He been on Coast to Coast, Volume 67. You know what I mean? Alongside Lil Wayne, Fat Joe, Akon. And I got him here with your boy OT here on the show today. And we're going to get into a lot of things with him. But hey, y'all, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad this is the first show. You know what I mean? I haven't did a show in about 4 weeks because we've been on a kind of, vacation part to get ourselves reset, and get ready for this 2022 because it's going to be fire. When I tell y'all fire, y'all go ahead and check us out, otradioshow.com. You will see every single thing what's going on here on the show. Subscribe to us, like us, comment, all on every social media platform. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Everything is an OT radio show. Oh, yeah, and I got to say this, too. I got an announcement today. You know, your boy OT, we have a radio station on the FM dial that play 24/7, 7 days a week, which you can start checking it out here on the otradioshow.com. And now we are going to start paying royalties. So we just got to do that. We're going to start paying all our artists royalties. So your song. So guess what? Oh, it's about to go down now. Oh, I'm going to be playing everything under the sun. Everything. So get ready, y'all. We are launching that right now. Hey, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you get to hear your song. Get to hear your hits. Get to hear some of the hottest remixes and everything else here on the show. Right here, otradioshow.com. You can go ahead and click on the website. Show everything. Follow us on all social media platforms. And I can't wait to have my man Griff Galexxzee is going to be joining your boy here on the show in about a couple of minutes. 2022, y'all. What have you been doing for 2022? I know everybody got their New Year's resolution. I know everybody probably going to the gym. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start this. I'm going to do that. Have you started it yet? Are you going to continue it? Is it going to last longer than 4 months? What are you going to be doing? So, like I tell y'all, a lot of times you have to start doing the things now because I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I'm just going to be honest with you, your boy OT. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I used to do them, but I stopped doing them for the past 3-4 years because for what? If I was going to start, I would have already started. So there's no New Year's resolution for your boy OT. I don't do those. I just got goals to set. I got a vision board. We got a lot of upcoming things that's going to be going on. We got all these interviews all next week. Y'all can go ahead and check it out on Facebook.com. OT Radio Show, all on Instagram. We posted it. And we got some hitters coming on this week. When I tell y'all, Monday through Friday, get ready. Artists, actors, authors, all coming to talk to your boy OT. So all this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we got shows going on. Hey, I'm just glad to be back after 4 weeks. We've been sitting back, we've been relaxing, we've been trying to get re-energized, and that's what your boy OT been doing. I've been getting re-energized to make sure that I am going to be okay for today. And I am. I am. As I reflect on 2021, y'all seen me. I was in She Magazine. I've been doing a lot of other interviews. Especially, I did one in Canada for a radio station out there in Canada. So I've been doing a lot of things. Been collaborating with DJ Wiz and RW. Uh, they got some big things coming up. Make sure you check them out. RW on Saturdays at 10 a.m. DJ Wiz, Wiz.com. Y'all could go ahead and check out him. Man, he got some Christian hip hop. When I tell y'all he bring it, y'all. He brings it 100%. I bring it too. But there's a lot of things that have been going on. You know what I mean? The COVID thing has been hitting home a whole lot. Everyone has been getting sick. Everyone has been falling ill. You know, um, I just want y'all to know, take care of yourself. Take care of others. Remind yourself the people that you are around. And if you have a family, you're taking it back home to your family. So, watch yourself out there because it's definitely getting crazy. It's definitely getting crazy out there. A lot of stuff is, I mean, if you see it, it has went up tremendously, 100%. So what I would tell y'all, take care of yourself. Make sure you do everything that you have to do for yourself, for others, for people around you, because without these people that are around you, you're taking it home to somebody else. So I just want to just let you know that. And let you know that there are things that are going on in this world. If y'all already seen it, y'all already know about it. One of the things that actually bothers me a whole lot when I hear people, the COVID thing, um, I actually get kind of upset when you start to see people not taking it seriously. This is real. I'm sorry to cuss, but this is real, y'all. This right here is real. It is here to stay. I'm telling y'all, this is here to stay. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it with nobody. This is real. So if you're in my circle, you know what I mean, you got to make sure you take care of you, and you got to make sure that you take care of us. Because yes, I say us because we are all included. We are all included in this. So my man Griff Galexxzee is going to be joining us here in the show in a couple of minutes. But right now, we got a couple of talking points that we're going to get into right now for 2022. Is finding who you are. And what I mean by finding who you are, I mean try to understand your purpose in life. Because if you don't have a purpose in life, everything else will fall to the wayside. Because the purpose that you have in life is for you to do good. So you have to make sure that you are doing what you are here to do. What is your purpose? I know my purpose. Y'all see me. To give you information, to love on you, to have fun, to enjoy life. Purpose. Do you have a purpose? Are you still stuck in the same rut that you was in, talking about you don't know what to do? I will tell you this. You know what to do, you just don't want to do it. Or you give an excuse about you're not going to do it. I always hear, oh man, I want to start this business, but it takes money. Yes, it do take money. It do take money. However, you can still pick up a book, right? You can still save. You can buy things one at a time. I learned that. Lady told me, you know what I mean? You ain't got to get everything all in once. You can get it one thing at a time. So I'll tell you this. When I wanted to come back on radio, I got one thing at a time. You know, start out with a microphone, then got my mixer, then got my tablet, then got my camera. You know what I mean? Start out one thing at a time. And before you know it, you are doing it. So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you confidence today. Start out one thing at a time. If you plan on opening up a business, one thing at a time. Everything don't take money, but it do take education. It do take books. It do take you want to do it. So do it. Do it. Take 10 minutes out your day. You're sitting on the toilet, something like that. Read a book about what you want to do. Do it. Educate yourself. I had to educate myself. So I would tell you, educate yourself. And our producer said Mr. Griffin is in the building. All the way from Canada. He's in the building. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Risha, Happy New Year to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back to you. Because without you, there will be no me. So we got my man, Griff Galexxzee is here on the show right now. Did we bring him in? Is he in? Yes, he is in. He is in. How you feeling today, bro?
Doing great. I appreciate you, man. Sorry for running a little bit behind technical difficulties, but glad to be here, brother.
Hey, man, listen, man, it's 2022. You know what I mean? First show, so I expect for me to have some technical difficulties somewhere on your side or my side. Hey, but we here today. We are here today. So, Mr. Griffin, first of all, Happy New Year to you. Glad
Thank you, brother.
that you're here on the first show. First show, and I'm here with you. So you starting it out the good year with your boy. So can you tell our listeners and our viewers where are you from?
Absolutely. And Happy New Year to you as well, OT. I appreciate you for having me on. But yeah, I'm all the way in Toronto, Canada right now. The city of, Drake kind of put us on the map. So, just representing.
So look, man. So you got a hit single right now, "Facts Over Feelings," that dropped. So before we get into that single, let's talk a little bit of background with you, right? So yes, you're from Canada, right? You are a multi artist. Like you do everything. You produce, you write, you sing, you rap. I mean, what don't you do? You know what I mean? So,
Thank you.
So
appreciate you.
Oh man, no problem, no problem. All right, so tell our listeners and viewers and everybody that's going to be listening to it on our radio station on Zeno FM later on today. Tell us, how did you get started in the music industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to share this story. It's kind of an interesting journey. So it actually started back in high school. Like a couple of my buddies were into rap. They love to write their own lyrics and make lyrics. And I was just kind of the guy who was just in the background, right? Like I never participated in anything because I was extremely introverted. So it's just my buddies who were like coming over to my house, and my brother had actually a karaoke machine in the basement. So my buddies would come over, they would record on that karaoke machine, write to other people's beats. And, it was just one day where one of my other friends who lived next door, it was kind of interesting. There was about 6 or 7 of us in the basement, and I don't know what he was on or what the case was, but he just snapped. He was just like, nobody is leaving this room until one of you, all of us actually come up with a rhyme or come up with some kind of lyrics. I don't care if you don't know how to write a song. Everybody got to participate. So he basically locked us in my own basement. He's like, nobody's leaving until everybody comes up with a song. So it was interesting because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. So I just jotted down something, and he was going around the room and he was like, what you got, like just asking every single person. Like my buddies who were rappers, they had something done in like 10 minutes. For me, I was there for like half an hour trying to think of something. And I shared that, it was kind of interesting. And even people who were not rappers, we were forced to actually like write something. So I wrote something down and I shared it, and they're like, hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Right. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, that's where the journey actually began, because of that decision for my buddy just to say, you know what, all of you are writing. I don't care if you're rappers or not. So that's where it started to transition. And since writing, it felt like it was a good release as well too. So from there, I started like writing and getting more into the artist and songwriting scene.
Wow. So shout out to your cousin for locking all y'all in the basement. Because shout out to him for locking y'all in the basement and telling y'all ain't nobody moving until one of y'all got make a rap song. Oh, yo, man, you know what, man? That's interesting, man. That's interesting. That's a good story right there. So now since you started writing, and now that now you got older, what was some of your experience, especially as an independent artist? What some of the challenges that you had to deal with as an independent artist?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things being an independent artist, the challenge is always marketing has always been the challenge, right? Because not many people know who you are. So you have to actually find a way to stand out, because there's so much talent out there. Like, it's crazy how much talent there is out there. There's thousands and thousands of talented artists, but nobody knows who they are because they don't have the marketing budget behind them to actually get out there. So that was like some of the challenge that I faced in the beginning, was like, how do people know about who Griff is? Or at the time, I used to go by another artist name called DCG, which actually stood for Dark Chocolate Griff. That was like, yeah. So it was the original artist name. Of course, over the years, as you mature and develop, I transition names. But, I was like trying to get out there. And that was what I found to be challenging, because a lot of the times we don't understand the business part. We might be very gifted in our craft and what we actually do. But one thing is, we don't understand like the business side of things, right? Because the business side of things is actually the most important, because without the business side, right, you don't know who your audience is, you don't know who the target market is, and you're kind of lost. So I found that was my biggest challenge, just being an independent artist, like figuring out, how do I get out there, even with the internet, right? Like, how do you promote that sort of thing? That was a big struggle.
Wow. So how did you overcome that struggle?
Yeah, one of the things that really helped me was understanding the business side of it more. So even just looking for mentors that are where I want to be. For example, like there is this guy named Ari Herstand. He actually wrote a book, How to Make It in the New Music Business. So I ended up getting his book just to learn a little bit about the business. And I've actually reached out to him personally. Like I slid in his DM, just to like say, hey, like I'm trying to get out here, and it's been challenging. Like, what are some of the things you've did to get your name out there, right? And he gave a little bit of tips of posting things on Instagram, connecting with the right people, and networking is very important, right? Because your network, I'm always told, is your net worth. So finding the right people to help you, right? That was huge for me.
Okay. So now, since you transition from the independent artist of can't find marketing, right? Then you got a couple of little tips. Now I'm looking at your resume and I'm sitting back like, wow, you have worked alongside of Jay-Z, T.I., Rihanna, Lil Wayne, Fat Joe, Akon. Bro, you got over what, 600, 60,000 listeners in the U.S. on the Sirius XM station. Like, now you big. Now you big.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. it was a grind for sure, right? And I feel like that was the challenge always, and just talking to different people and just trying to figure things out. So it was like try, fail, and adjust, right? I would blast out emails and just searching for the right connection, right? And it's been a blessing because word of mouth actually travels as well too. So just people spreading the word, that also helped me a bit as well, just getting into the right channels, right pockets, and to be able to be featured on with some of those talented artists is truly a blessing. You know, it's crazy because I would think about it all the time, right? And figure out how I can make it happen. I would meditate on it and set goals. And, you know, it almost like it kind of manifested that I met this one person and that person knew this person, and it snowballed from there.
Wow.
You know,
so what are some of the things, because I know right now you're in Canada, so I know y'all go through these lockdowns like crazy. Are y'all going through a lockdown now? Because I was reading that they said that if you go out of Canada, you can't come back in.
Yep, you got it. It's been crazy, right? Because, you know, with this whole pandemic going on, right, a lot of things are not at full capacity. They're looking at a potentially opening ending of January, making it 50% capacity. But, you know, the government just decided to lock everything down just to get rid of this or slow down the virus, because the numbers went up quite substantial, right? So that was their idea. And, you know, the thing with that, right, there's actually, I find there's a lot of there's pros and there is actually cons. Pros in the sense where it's giving me more time to kind of plan out my next move, work a little bit more on my craft and writing skills. But, you know, the con is, you know, a lot of people are depressed, going through depression, not being able to do all the things they used to do, right? So it's almost like they're mourning a loss of a lifestyle that they used to live, right? So that's where the challenge is. But for myself, I try to turn it into something positive where it's developing myself a little more. You know, things that I have control over, I always say, is my actions and attitude, right? So I kind of look at it as slowing down, focusing, and it's getting me to be a little more strategic, right? Because when things were open, there was a lot of distractions, right? Going out here, going out there, and you know what I mean? It takes you away from your goals when you have a lot of distractions. So in a way, there's less distractions. So it's really got me to focus a little bit more and plan my next moves for the future.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your next move right here. You know, facts over feelings. What was the creative side of facts over feelings? You know, the title, the song. So let's talk about the creative side.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this album actually started when the pandemic began, right? I think it was around like March of 2020, around there, where, you know, things were starting to shut down and we were starting to get locked down here in Canada. So that's actually where the creative side of it began, because basically the whole idea of facts over feelings is facts are the things that you have to realize it is what it is. You can't really control it. And of course, your feelings are the other side of it, where that is something you do have control over, right? Is your feelings and your emotions, even though it's not always easy to control your emotions, but at least you have that ability to make a change to that. Whereas the facts was back then, there was a lot of things going on. The situation with Black Lives Matter and, you know, Floyd and people protesting even here in Toronto, Canada, downtown. So there was so much going on, right, that some people were not aware until we were locked down of all the serious issues that were happening. So that's where the whole idea stemmed from, is like the facts, which are basically all the things that we can't control, all the issues that are happening in the world. And the feelings is like, how do you deal with those situations when they arise? So that's how I actually came up with the idea for the album Facts Over Feelings, because the facts are important, right? And feelings always change, but the facts are always the same. That was kind of like the theme, right? So that's how I actually came up with the idea. And that's when I started working on different songs for the album. So it was near the tail end of 2020, around, you know, closer to December of 2020. But the whole idea started forming up as soon as the pandemic began, right? So it was a lot of work put into it. I worked with 20 different producers on this one album,
Wow.
maybe about 9 features. So I did things outside of the norm of what you would usually see with
Okay.
this album. So yeah, it was definitely an
20
experience.
different producers. 20 different producers. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So all the songs don't actually sound exactly the same. I wanted to make sure of it. Not that, usually when you see with general albums, they always pick, maybe 3 or 4 solid producers to kind of stick with the same
Uh-huh.
sort of vibe. But I was like, I want to make sure every song is different from one another. So that was a little bit, out of the norm. Like that's why they call me Galaxy, because I don't do things normal. So like question, are you from another planet? Like, what are you thinking doing,
Right.
20 different producers, 21 songs on the album as well too. So yeah, it was definitely something out of the comfort.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Out of the 21 songs, give me 4 songs that hit home for you.
Absolutely. So the first song I would say would be Decide, because when I was actually starting out in the music industry, I had a very low self-image. I wasn't sure if I was even good enough to actually get to a certain level. And, I had
Mhm.
friends and family encourage me, which is great to have a good circle of people that can uplift you when you're
Yes.
down, right? Because I feel we're our
Yes.
own worst critics in general. Like
Yep.
we're hard on ourselves quite a lot, right? So
Mhm.
basically, I was just sitting down with that song. Decide is where I had to make a decision. Like, are you in or are you out? Because for a while I was kind of teeter tottering in the whole music industry, and I decided, no, what, I'm going to go
Mhm.
all in. So that song Decide actually talks a little bit of my struggles, how I had a bit of low self esteem, and then said to myself, wait a minute, there's people around you who are enjoying your music and giving you great feedback. So you got to decide right now what you're going to do. And, I just went for it. Right. So Decide is actually one of them. The
Mhm.
other song, which is kind of an interesting theme, it's called Jim. So Jim, it
Mm.
talks about a story of a guy who's very famous right now. And basically the person who grew up with him is showing envy and jealousy, because he was like, that should be me. How did Jim get famous and I'm not famous? Right. So it's a
Mhm.
song of jealousy, saying, oh, Jim is not all that, it doesn't matter. It's the inside what counts. It's not the outside. You see him all flashy, having all this money, showing off. And
Mhm.
basically it's like talking about that person watching him on the sideline saying, oh, it's not about the outside, it's the inside that's most important. Why you guys bringing this person up so much? So it's a song of jealousy. So that actually was a point in my career where I felt a little bit envious because I wasn't getting the success I wanted at the time. So that's where
Mhm.
that song kind of ties in. So it's definitely pretty
Okay.
creative side. So that was the second song. And then the other song was called Therapy. So Therapy,
Mm.
he talks a little bit about, a relationship that, where this person is not admitting there's problems and there's challenges. And the song is like, okay, you need to sit down and talk about this because it's affecting the relationship. So we need that therapy, right? Because
Mhm.
you're saying you're fine, but you're not fine, right? So that's where therapy comes into play. So that was like another song that all personal experiences. And then they have another one. There is so many different songs. Another one was Women in Power,
Yeah.
because
Wow.
women,
Mhm.
right? Like they're making
Mhm.
moves. Like, and I felt like there wasn't too
Yes,
many
they are.
songs empowering women. And I've been fortunate to know
Mhm.
women who are successful business owners or successful
Mhm.
musicians or doing a lot of different things that are, very successful, but it's not talked about, right? Because years ago there was a song, "It's a Man's World." So
Yeah.
Women in Power is basically embracing that, it's no longer a man's world anymore. Women are actually coming up and doing great things. So that was another one that I had to say related into what I experienced, because I know women who are CEOs of companies making big
Mhm.
bank, right? So, I'm like,
Right.
shout
Yeah.
out to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Fact. Shout
Yeah.
out to all the black women. Shout out to all the women that are doing, big things out there from business owners to CEOs to, you know, in corporate America. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Single mothers. Shout out to y'all. So hey, so man, listen, man. You got so much stuff going on, man. You know what I mean? Right now, I know that y'all are on lockdown, so I know you trying to plan out your little moves of what you want to do. So, can we say in 2022 you gonna be on tour? Hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's actually the plan, to go on tour once things open up, or even if I can't go on tour in person, I'm hoping by, the spring that things get better here. But if I can, I'm
Mm-hmm.
probably going to try and see if I can do like virtual concerts or set something up where I'm doing
I
concerts
like that.
virtually. But I honestly want to go on tour because nothing beats the energy of the fans, seeing them face to face in person, right? That's what really uplifts
Yeah.
you. And so it's not the same, but gotta work with what we have. So we'll see how things go in the spring. I'm just kind of waiting it out to see how it goes. And the other thing is, I actually working on songwriting. So I'm writing for a K-pop band right now. That's
Wow.
that's trying to come out with a new album. So I started writing a little bit for them, just trying to collab and get myself out there as a songwriter as well, because I love to write. That's where I actually began, right before making decision to become an artist, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's something else I've been working towards, and maybe even getting in film or TV, because I find musicians have that creativity, right, and they're able to tell stories.
Yes.
So they can easily sometimes do that transition where they can become an actor or play an extra part in a role in TV or film. So that was something I was looking into as well too, right? Just to try to get out there and do things outside of my comfort zone, because that's what actually got me to the spot I am, just doing things I normally wouldn't do, just getting outside your comfort zone. So that's some of the plans, and
Well, I
music
would say
videos as
this.
well.
Yeah. Because I would say this. The 4 songs that you gave me that hit home, I think you a whole story on that one. So that could be
Thank you.
your acting career right there. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Like, you're talking about therapy, you're talking about jealousy and envy, you talk about creativity, and you talk about, women. So I think all 4 songs, you should just line it up and have a whole story through your songs
That's a
and
great
have people
idea,
acting
actually.
and everything.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. I like that. See, you're giving me some ideas right there. I like that.
Yeah. Definitely,
I
definitely.
appreciate it.
Well, listen, man. Hey, look, I am looking forward to seeing some big things from you. You got a lot of big things going on anyway. But hey, I wish you well for 2022. You always welcome to come back here. We are now introduce you as our first member of the family for 2022. Mr.
Thank
Griff
you.
Galexxzee is here. I
Appreciate
appreciate you.
you.
Hey, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you at on all social media platforms.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram, Griff Galexxzee, and Galaxy is spelled as GALEXXZEE. I'm also on Facebook, Griff Galexxzee on there as well. Also on Twitter, Griff Galexxzee. So there's not many Griff Galaxies out there, so I'm very easy to find. And also GalaxyGriff at Gmail, as well as my direct email. So it can be reached on all platforms.
See, there it is, y'all. There it is. First interview for 2022. Have my man Griff right here, Galaxy. Hey, listen, man.
Thank you.
See, Canada messed me up because I was gonna go snowmobiling. I like go snowmobiling up there, and they messed us up. They messed us up,
Yeah,
man. You know what I
they
mean?
did.
So now we got to go to upstate New York. You know what I mean? But hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I
Appreciate
definitely
you.
appreciate you, man. I'm gonna hit you up later on, so you definitely gonna get a message from me. Hey, keep
I
doing your
appreciate
thing.
that.
2022 is your
Thank
year.
you.
2022 is your year, man. Hey,
Thanks, my
love
brother.
blessings to you, man. Oh man, appreciate you, man. And I will be seeing
Appreciate
you
you.
later. Oh,
100, man. I
appreciate,
appreciate you,
man. Look,
OT. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Wow, good show. Man, first show of 2022. I hit y'all with a banger. I hit you with a banger, baby. You know what I mean? I had the banger on there all the way from Canada. You know what I mean? My man Griffin Galexxzee. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check him out on all social media platforms. Griffin Galexxzee, Galexxzee. Make sure y'all hit him up. Make sure y'all hit y'all boy OT up. OT Radio Show on all platforms. Get ready, y'all, because 2022 is going to be big. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. And remember what I said, y'all. Know your purpose. Know what you're here to do. And do it. Take 5 minutes or 10 minutes out your time to do it. I'm telling y'all. Because if you don't get to your purpose, everything else is not going to fall the way it should be falling. So know your purpose, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. Make sure you check out my man RW at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Hey, on the speaker on the show, let me tell y'all something. He be speaking on it. And then y'all got to check out my man DJ Wiz on Sundays. Every other Sunday with the Christian hip hop. Man, my man bring it to y'all. And y'all know it's y'all boy OT. Make sure y'all check me out. All this week, we're going to be posting it all on social media platforms. Everybody that we're going to be having on this week, because we are booked up for this week, y'all, all the way up until the 31st. And then we're going to hit y'all with some bangers in February, because you know it's Black History Month in February. So you know I'm bringing everybody on. I don't care what you do. If you sweep floors, you got your own cleaner business, you're coming on. You're coming on. This is what we're doing here on the OT Radio Show. We love y'all. Y'all be blessed, and we will see y'all on Tuesday. Love y'all. Y'all be good, man. Be blessed out there. Peace.